Hey there, it's Kimberly Lucht, and today I want to talk a little bit about the link between legacy and lineage. And so a lot of times when I think about this link, I think of, wow, having this strong foundation of knowing who you are, where you came from, who you came from. And I also want to start out by saying that I'm going to be referencing 3 different types of lineages throughout this video. The first of which is your blood lineage, the people that you're related to, the people that you came from, the people that you're connected with genetically. So that could be your parents, your grandparents, your cousins, anybody who's been a part of your life, even a distant relative that you haven't gotten to see so much, but the energy, you just feel them very strongly sometimes. All of those people, whether they're here and still alive or have deceased and gone on to the next dimension, those are part of your blood lineage. The second type of lineage that I want to talk about today is also your past life lineage. So essentially the places that you've already been, that your soul has been on this planet Earth specifically, and how that informs your legacy in this lifetime. And also the third type of lineage, which is the star lineage. So a lot of my clients say that they're star seeds. They feel deep down that they're from a different galaxy. Very, very real, visceral feelings connected to this belief and this knowing that they are a soul from a different galaxy. So those are the 3 lineages that I want to start off with, essentially because sometimes we don't feel super connected with our blood lineage. I want you to know that if you don't feel super connected with your blood lineage, there's room for you to explore other types of lineages that your soul has experienced. So let's start with the blood lineage. I know for me that my blood lineage has definitely informed the legacy that I'm choosing to build. My abuelita, my Mexican grandmother, was an entrepreneur. She's the first entrepreneur I ever met. And that's saying a lot, especially because she was born in the 1940s when women in Mexico and other places really weren't known to go study or go do things or build businesses, right? So this is something that's normal now, but back when she was born, it wasn't. And so her legacy has really greatly informed my legacy of helping other women step into that type of entrepreneurship, that business building, that ownership and agency over their lives and their money and their just creativity, right? So she has been a big part, a big stepping stone in how I'm building my own legacy. And that's kind of a very great, example of the blood lineage building a foundation for the legacy of the next generation. Yeah. So that's blood lineage. Now let's think a little bit about past life lineage and how that can also inform our legacies in this lifetime. So for example, I have a deep knowing that I was a bee priestess in the tradition of the Melissa. You can look it up on Google. It's like a whole thing that was an oral tradition and passed down through generations. And I have a deep connection with bees. It's something that I felt viscerally and something that has informed a lot of my business decisions. And I just remember bees following me around everywhere, especially when I moved to New York and was really building my business and growing my business. They kept showing up. I actually have a group program called the Queen Bee Hive in dedication to them. Like the make money and feel like honey vibe is something that I felt really called to build into my business. And that's informing my legacy. And so this lineage of the bee priestess past life is something that is also being carried into this current lifetime, in this current legacy, as this almost devotion to the bees in a different way, and the bees being one of my guides in business. So I hope that makes sense. And maybe you can think of, if you don't know any of your past lives or don't have a deep knowing about them, that's okay too. This is an invitation to explore maybe the things that you feel called to investigate, or the things that come so naturally to you. Maybe you were a medicine woman in a past life. I definitely feel like I was. Maybe you were an energy healer in a past life, or maybe you were a prophet. There's all of these different archetypes that we can play with when it comes to past life lineage. And I really invite you to look into that and see, what spaces in this world did I feel really called to explore? Or what activities or what people, like, wow, it feels like I knew them from another lifetime. Like those types of moments, it feels almost like it's not real, but you really never know how many lives your soul has been in. And no matter what type of things you believe, or religions or spiritual beliefs that you have, I want to open up the space for you to even just think about moments in your life where you felt deeply connected to a space, place, a person, an activity, right? So that type of vibe, the deep connection that we have with things that we haven't necessarily ever experienced in this life, but in other lifetimes we have, that really builds this again, another layer of strong foundation for the legacy that you're building in this lifetime. So let's move on to the third category of lineage, which I mentioned was the star lineage. So I personally haven't felt a deep connection to the starseed archetype myself, but I have worked with a lot of clients who have said, I am from a different galaxy. Like not even like a different planet, like a different galaxy. My soul came from somewhere else. I know this. I feel like an alien in my family. I feel like an alien in the world. Like I look like an alien sometimes. It feels like the head shape or the fingers. It's like, wow, very alien-like. So if you've never heard of star seeds, again, this, you can Google it. But it's basically people who feel like they were brought here for a very specific purpose and reason of like, okay, I was from this galaxy where love is so much stronger than in this galaxy, or logic. There's all these different archetypes from different galaxies that you can explore if you feel connected to this. But if you feel like that's you, and if you feel like that's part of your soul's lineage, my invitation for you is to look at how that soul lineage can inform this galaxy lifetime. Like your lifetime in this galaxy is definitely linked to the soul's lifetimes in other galaxies. So I want you to look at that link and see, wow, how could I build this in? And so, for example, one of my clients, she was like, I feel like I don't belong here, but I also know I do belong here. Like it's a very interesting push and pull effect. And it's like, well, why do you think you were brought here? It's like to be like this brighter version of all the rainbow colors and every self-expressed part of me coming out to play and to show others to do the same. So having that element of like, okay, like you were brought here for a very specific reason. Sometimes you don't know the reason, but sometimes you feel deep down like, yeah, like I was a master of this in whatever starseed galaxy lineage that I was a part of, and I'm here to bring it to this planet Earth. So this is just like a very small surface level exploration of where you come from and where your soul has been and how those things inform your legacy and what you're meant to do here in this lifetime on this planet at this time. And so I want you to comment below and maybe type a few sentences of like why you're here. Why do you think you're here? How does your lineage inform your legacy? What are the things, what are the building blocks that have created the legacy that you've already built so far, right? So comment below. How does your lineage inform your legacy? Whatever types of lineage you want to reference, that's totally fine. But how? How is it the foundation for what you're building right now? I hope this helps. And if you want more of this juicy goodness, I really invite you to check out my group coaching program. It's called the Queen Bee Hive, and it's for entrepreneurs who want to make money and feel like honey. We actually covered this topic recently on one of the calls, and it's just so beautiful to see it come to life with a group of women and a group of, spiritual entrepreneurs who are open to these types of things and who also love to have that inform their business and inform the way that they move through the world. So the link is down below if you want to check out the details, and I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.